Yo, what is up, guys? Peter here, back with another video. And first of all, I would just like to say this before this video starts. I may look a little different, especially my hair, than from when this video, later in the video. That's because I got a haircut. But so what I'm showing at the beginning of this video has literally nothing to do with what happens at the end part. So what I'm showing right here, these are Zora shirts that I was using screen printing for. My screens are inside because I have to clean them off so they don't, get destroyed. And you may notice there is a gap here where there could be a shirt, because I actually forgot to get a shirt, another shirt that I had to print on. These ones aren't actually finished yet because on the front they have this nice Z design. Then on the back they have a big Zora in like a rusty red color, which looks sick. But I have one that is actually missing right here, but is missing for a good reason. Basically. I've been talking to this one company for a while. Like, I'm friends with the manager of them, and I've been going to a lot of their events, things like that they've thrown. And so with you guys knowing that Zora and gaming with me and my team, we've been growing a lot lately. We're already, overall as a team, we are over 3,000 followers at this point, all together. So I thought that it was time that we could ask for a sponsor and we could actually help them, because the sponsorship doesn't just go one way with them giving us money or whatever. It goes two ways. We have to help them out in a way. So we will help promote them, hoping that it goes well. They'll send me an email if it goes well, and then we will talk more about it. So basically, I made the owner or the manager a shirt who I was friends with because he liked them, because I wore one with Zora Sway. I wore one of these shirts. I wore my Zora jersey to an event, and he said that he liked them and wanted one. So I took that as an opportunity to, try to get a, sponsorship from it. This shirt right here, this is for Zora. I don't know what he'd like to be called, but his Instagram is Jake Shatara Films. He is our editor. The one over here is for Zora Tiger. He is an Xbox player who's a bit of a memer. He's awesome. And this one here is for Zora Cow, who is one of our other Xbox players, who is a bit of a memer as well. These Zora Tiger and Zora Cow are actually brothers, so hashtag Rise Zora. Ooh, the flex. So I'll just show the table a little bit and some of the supplies I use for screen printing, and then you guys will see the rest of the video. So what you need for screen printing, you need your paints, but you can't use acrylic paints or things like that, because those are usually washable. You have to use fabric paint. These are Tulip Slick Dimensional Fabric Paint, Deep Red. So basically what you do is you get a screen, you spray it across, then you use, I actually don't suggest using metal one, I use the plastic one. I use the plastic ones, which I have another plastic one right here, which practically what you do is on the screen, you just go back and forth, and it lays the paint on only certain areas. So right here, the frame is this large, and then it only has an area that it can go through right there, which is actually, just the whole process of screen printing is really cool. And comment down below if you guys actually want to see a video specifically just showing you how to screen print, because it's a really cool process, and I think more people should know how to do it. So basically, all you need is your paints. This was a mistake that I bought. This is actually dye. This isn't actually paint. Can't open it. But then I have my other color, which is white, for the Z. Then I came up with the idea to use letter stamps, like alphabet stamps, for the names on the back, because I figured if they work for ink, why can't I use it for paint? So basically what you do is you just we use one of our spreaders, whatever you want to call them, and we put the paint specifically on this letter, on the letter D, for example, and then we'd stamp it onto the shirt whoop, it would leave the letter D. But the cool thing about screen printing is you don't need exact supplies, although you need your screens or things to spread it. It's not exact. People have squeegees, which are specifically for, going across on the screens. But these are actually paint spreaders, I believe. And then you could use any types of fabric paint. Most people use ink. It takes a little longer to dry, but I'm pretty sure the colors can come a little more vibrant. But not 100% sure, because again, I haven't experimented with ink. But I just wanted to say that because I'm actually really excited for that. And again, I'll put a link to the Zora Clan YouTube and the Zora Clan Instagram down below in the description, so you guys can go check them out. And from here, I will go to another clip of a different of a different part of this vlog where practically I was walking around randomly on our property and found this area full of these really cool and really sweet fruits. And it's super sick. And I talked a lot, and I think you guys should stay here so you can learn something cool, because there was some really interesting stuff that came from my conversation with the camera from it there. So I hope you guys enjoy that part, and again, don't forget to comment down below, and enjoy that part, and continue watching. Bye-bye. Alright guys, so instead of clipping directly to the plant part, I decided to put in a few clips of, you know what, screen printing. So I'll play it right now, so you guys will see that right now.
The screen. See if we can get it nice and centered. Alright.
Squeegee-ish.
Ink. Which isn't ink, but paint.
That?
Oh, thank you. Other way. Righty tighty.
Apply paint directly onto screen.
A liberal amount of paint. Alright. Alright, you want me to do it? Alright, then
Yes.
put your thumb there. Let's get the big one.
A better aim. Don't use the metal one. The metal one messes up
Yeah,
the
no.
screen.
But you didn't clean this one off properly.
Not properly. Always clean that off.
Yeah. Oops.
What banana?
Alright. Shit. See how that works.
What banana? Oh,
Ta-da! Wicked!
that easy.
Just like that.
It's the same on every single shirt. No matter what. For the letters.
See.
There you go. Scrape off the extra paint on those
Since
scissors.
somebody didn't clean off their tools last time, Peter Forbes William Arts II squared.
Hey, I didn't know he was gonna leave him here.
We're losing our light.
So this is the hardest part, which is what I said earlier to the camera, to all the people
Unfortunately,
watching.
Letters aren't very well. They're made for ink, not paint.
Yeah, so
They're not raised very high.
I was looking for some that were raised really high, but
Yeah, they're all made for paint.
ink.
Sorry, for ink. Yeah.
So for this Zora logo, it's kind of hard to see in the camera because the lighting's really messed up. Do that nice rag.
See?
Yeah. Any little mess ups like that sort of thing, just like
Here's right off.
this is the hardest part, is getting the paint on the letter. You just squeeze it on there like it's butter, but like this butter is made of diamond bread.
Right here.
Yep, well, a little lower,
Lower.
like right there. Just stamp it down.
See.
There we go. C. Gotta blow on it to make it better. Now time for the O. One of the great things about having a beautiful workbench. I mean, not beautiful.
do they call that? Artists have a piece of wood that they use to mix other paints
Palette?
in? Yeah. This is your palette.
It's a built-in palette.
You got a 4x8 palette.
4x8.
When you're rich and famous, you can sell it. Imagine what Monet's palette is worth.
32.
If you could find it. Let's see. Oh. What's that?
Tiger is gonna be a little harder.
Tiger's gonna suck.
Rip Zora Tiger. The youngest person in Zora. Standing at the age of 10 years old.
Tiger owes me big time. It's a debt I'll call in later in life. I'm on my deathbed, and I've forgotten something to take care of. He said, Peter, I need you to call your friend Tiger. I need to make him an offer. He can't refuse. All of my life he's come to me, asking of me these favors. And now, here on this day of my death, I have but one favor to ask of him. Come closer, Tiger.
What a beautiful story. Slap down that W.
Ooh, you. Cow! Cacao! Alright, next.
No, not that type of cow. The type of cow that goes moo.
Alright, what's next?
Tiger.
Tiger?
Yeah. Then on our graphics team, they don't get their names on the back because, let's be honest here, editing is the easiest.
Oh my god, he's got all the crappy letters too. I hate them.
Alright, so I just decided one last thing before I show you guys the plant part. So this is how the cow turned out. Pretty good. And this is how the Zora Tiger turned out. The T got a little messed up. The eye did. That's the beauty about screen printing. It's an actual art form, and it actually looks really sick. So here we go. This wasn't as hard as we expected, but now I gotta go rinse these off. And finally, now you will see the good plant part, okay? Alright, I said that I'd do it. I've been talking about it all video. And here it is right now. And again. Hope you guys learned something from this video. And here you go. Enjoy this part right here. Alright guys, so I was just trimming all the weeds, things like that, behind my garage. And I found me and my mom, we found this massive pot, area of plants full of wild blackberries. So we have this much from barely any of it. Right over our canoes, as you can see, I was trimming back here a little bit. Put this on top of this cano, and you can just see this is all blackberries. It's insane how many there are. So it's just full of them. At first when I saw them, I just thought that they were like raspberries, because we used to have a lot of raspberry bushes, so I was still excited. But then my mom was looking at what I trimmed. She saw it and she's like, oh my god, look at all these blackberries. I was like, wow. So it's just, there's so much of it. It's insane. This is all blackberry, even going up the side of our garage. So I'm gonna try to fill up this container. Only thing is, I can't just grab it and manhandle it, because of the fact that all of these have little spikes on them. So I'd cut my hands up a lot. And another cool thing about these is the juice on them. It looks like blood, so if you're ever trying to pull a prank on a friend or something, get some wild blackberries or whatever. And see, look, that looks so much like blood. When my mom picked them, I thought that she was bleeding. But it's so cool how many there are. It's just all of this is just full of them. I'm just reaching in and grabbing 5 at a time. This is enough to fill an African village, to feed them for a month. There's so much of it. That plant going up the side of my garage, or the back of it, that right there, that is also blackberry. all of these plants are blackberries. It's kind of funny because we literally didn't know that these were here, like, ever. Somehow we just didn't know. So now we have so much. We're gonna have enough for like the entire year from just these. So that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, my guys. Oh my gosh. The prickers are so annoying. I'll show you guys what the branches are. Because right here, there are some that are dead. Ow. So these are basically what the branches are. You can see, and I don't know if you can see them, but they're all little tiny spikes pointing out of them, which are practically which are just to protect from animals and other things like that. So it's harder to pick them. A lot of plants have this sort of thing, like cacti do, as well as many others. They all almost all plants have like a self-defense type of mechanism or a way so that they can reproduce. Like most plants, like fruits or vegetables that have, well, oh my gosh, I can't talk. Fruits, because they carry seeds. The seeds don't digest in birds, so when birds take away the fruits and eat them, the seeds don't digest, so when the birds produce their droppings, that basically spreads out the plant, so the plant gets spread out to different areas and different places. So a plant from right here can go like miles away just because a bird ate one of these or ate a bunch of these and then they plopped the seed somewhere else while it was flying. I find that really cool about plants, just like because that's pretty like insane that just a little simple thing like this that on the outside seems so simple has an insane way to keep itself and its species alive, as well as a lot of trees. Well, trees, not from like a fungi or anything, but from like roots, can tell like who their family are, and if like a tree gets sick, or no, just sick in general, the other trees around it that are its family, that are like its offspring, they will actually send it nutrients through roots. And then I also found out a while ago that trees actually sway to like classical music. The trees will actually move back and forth, so trees actually can dance, which is a pretty crazy idea to me. So I've been talking for like 6 minutes at this point, and already I almost have this entire container filled to the top. And it's like I'm not even close to having all of them. It's insane how much plants produce. It's also insane how nature can just take over. Like, we didn't plant anything here, and then out of nowhere, this year, all of these grew in. Just because, like, it just wanted to do that. So, never doubt the power of nature. I just kind of wanted to show this because I thought that this was kind of a cool find and a pretty easy way to talk kind of about plants, trees, whatever in general, and I thought that people would probably be interested in learning about this sort of thing, because I feel like a lot of people don't know much about plants and fruits to really like what people should, because they really are what keep us alive, because trees and plants create oxygen. And I could literally talk for hours upon hours about this because just of how interesting and complex plants and animals really are. But it's just insane. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you all next time. See you.